Greetings from chilly California right now. And so I was going to do a YouTube and try to stir some thought on what I call Do You Have the Mark? But that'll be the next one I do. Because I was just thinking about how grateful I am, being that tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And I have myself plenty to be thankful for. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my children, my daughters. I'm so grateful for what God has done in my life. I'm thankful for the blood that He shed for me on Calvary's cross, and that I was able to hear the gospel 32 years ago. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a minister of the gospel and to preach the word and to share my faith and what He has done in my life. And even in this crazy year, COVID 2020, God has been faithful to me and my family. He's helped us. He's provided for us. He's blessed us, even with the many meetings that I had to close and cancel because of the restrictions and the travel early on. God has just been good to us. And so I have a lot to be grateful for. One of the things that that I'm grateful for is that, today's my twins' birthday. And so they turned 15 today. I've got 5 daughters, and that's a glorious thing. But I was thinking about that because growing up in a home myself that was broken, my wife also, where divorce and separation had ran its course in our lives. And growing up without a father, it had its own challenges. My own family, my siblings and I, we're not real close. We don't, hang out a lot, talk to each other a lot, which is sad in a sense, but it is what it is. We're all older now. We're all in our 50s. We all have our own families, and so when we do get together, it's nice. But I think that's just the lack of closeness is due to the fact that we did grow up kind of in that kind of environment, and so my sisters, they tend to gravitate towards their mother a little more, which is fine. I think that's a natural thing, and so. But that has not, been my end. I know there are others. I could have been a lot worse off had not Jesus intervened in my life and restored my relationship with my family to the degree it is to this point. It could be better, yes, but it could be a lot worse if it wasn't for Jesus. And so I'm grateful for those things, and I'm grateful that I can establish a home because of the grace of God and the work of the gospel in my life and my wife, that, our children don't have to grow up in a home that has been devastated because of sin and because of divorce and separation. I'm grateful for that because it's a joy to see the family together and, basically God helping me to provide a home and a security because of the faithfulness that He's put in my heart, and by the grace of God, He's helped me to stay that way. All these years, my wife and I are going on 30 years of marriage, coming up in March, and what a testimony of what God has done in our lives. And our daughters, I don't know if they understand the fullness of it. They're just growing up in a home where mom loves dad and dad loves mom, and they're faithful to God, and they love God, and they love their children. But overall, I'm grateful for that because my own children didn't have to go through that kind of brokenness that I did, and my brother and sisters did as well. And so I rejoice. My wife went through the same thing in her own way. And so here we are, these many years later, by the grace of God, Him helping us to be good parents and have a home that is stable and loving and caring, and what a joy it is to be saved. What a joy it is to be forgiven and to be involved in what God is doing in these last days. And so, like I said, I was going to do some other things, but I was just thinking about how grateful I am, that Jesus would reach into my life and my wife's life when we were both lost. We were both living in sin, and He reached into us, salvaged us, redeemed us. We eventually got married, and life has been good. Yes, we've had our trials and difficulties, tests, triumphs, and setbacks, but overall, I have much to be grateful for. And so tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and so I do want to encourage those who might just happen to run across this. I'm not going to send out any advertisements of this one or post it on Twitter or anything like that. I'm just gonna post it, And so if you happen to see this, hopefully it stirs you to think of all that God has done in your life and the many, many, many grateful blessings that He has brought to you. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have, and be thankful for that. Be thankful for the mercy of God. Be thankful that His providence, His faithfulness, His consistent and faithful love and mercy. Man, I'm telling you, we have so much to sit back and just say, you know what? If God doesn't do anything else but save me, He's done more than enough. And for that, I am eternally grateful, and I hope that the next year that we come into, by the grace of God, we'll see His plenty and His blessing and His favor continue. And I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. You don't eat too much, we probably all will, but that's okay. But enjoy the fellowship, enjoy the family, and enjoy, in spite of what, the restrictions are. Here in California, they tell us we can't go out and do blah, blah, blah gatherings of, whatever. I'm still going to thank God. I'm still going to thank God for my family and be with my family and enjoy life because God is good. That's all I have for right now. I want to encourage you to be blessed. God bless you. Stay faithful to the Lord. Until next time, keep on keeping on.